Step 241. My anger is unjustified. Anger is unjustified, for anger alone is merely your response to your failure to apply knowledge. This engenders anger at its very source. But this need not happen, because anger is a response. As a response, it can generate anger in others and stimulate a violent response internally and externally wherever it is applied. Knowledge, however, will redirect anger so that it has no destructive qualities, for what you wish to express is that which fortifies knowledge in others. It is the strength of your conviction and not your desire to hurt yourself or others that is the true efficacy of the emotion that is the core of anger. Thus, it may be said that your anger is a true communication that has been distorted by your own projections of blame and fear. Once these distortions have been cleared away, the true communication that is the seed of all anger can be expressed. This can only bring about good. Anger, then, is not justified, for it is a misinterpretation of a true communication. Your anger is not justified because anger is born of confusion. Yet confusion calls for preparation and the true application of knowledge. Therefore, the sinful are not punished but are attended to. The wicked are not sent to hell but are prepared for heaven. This is the true nature of God's purpose in the world. That is why God can never be angry, because God is not offended. God is merely applying God to a situation where God has temporarily been forgotten. In the greater scope of things, even the separation of all individual minds is a very temporary occurrence. You cannot think yet at this level and will not be able to do so for a long time, for you must undergo the various stages of development that integrate your mind into greater and greater experiences of relationship and life. But as you proceed and as you take each vital step that expands your horizons, you will begin to understand that anger is unjustified. It merely represents a failure to apply knowledge in a particular situation. This calls for remedy, not for condemnation. Here you will realize that your anger is something to be understood. It is not to be rejected, for if you reject anger, you also reject the seed of anger, which is true communication. Therefore, we wish to clean away that which has spoiled your true communication, so that your true communication may shine forth. For true communication always comes from knowledge. Think of this idea up in the hour. In your deeper practice periods, actively engage your mind in looking at every single thing that you are angry about, from very tiny things that are specific to things in general that upset or discourage you. Remind yourself as you review your inventory of anger that your anger is unjustified. Remind yourself that it calls for the application of knowledge, and that within each angry experience or feeling that you have, there is a seed which is true. Therefore, your anger need not be rejected but cleansed. For in cleansing your anger, you will be able to communicate that which you intended to communicate in the beginning, where you initially failed. Then your self-expression will be complete, and anger will be no more.